flight of dragon, soar in the purple light, in the sky, or in my mind. Flight of dragon, sail past reality, leave illusion.
Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm BJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm Angie.
I'm gonna come right out of the gate swinging. You're a fucking nerd, BJ. I love you, but you're a fucking nerd. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't think we can play all of this without, like, I mean, we don't make money
James
off
Earl
this.
Jones. Forgot he was in that, didn't you?
I did. Holy shit.
He was Obadon.
I feel like you should have also played Puff the Magic Dragon. Lives by the sea.
Are we gonna turn it off now?
But it's a good song.
Oh, dear God. Please stop.
Let's skip ahead a little.
Oh my lord.
It's ending. So.
To anybody who's left listening, I apologize.
Now, okay, so you heard that. Before we get into our topic here, I need to just play this and see if you recognize the resemblance.
Oh, no.
Because every single time I hear this thing, I think of Flight of Dragons. Okay? Do you hear it?
I mean,
The chord progression?
slightly, but that's...
Okay, that's a horrible noise. Please don't make that noise.
Oh, I'll do it again if you want.
That was the Daredevil theme, by the way, for anyone listening. Watch Daredevil.
Anyone still listening?
It's probably the greatest thing Netflix ever made.
Are
saying.
you excited that that Disney decided to bring back Charlie?
Yeah, everyone. They're bringing back everyone. Now, there are a lot of rumors going around that Foggy and Karen are going to be killed off pretty early.
You can't kill off Foggy.
Yeah.
I mean, granted...
Because they weren't going to be in the show at all.
So?
In the original version of the script. But they are also bringing back Bullseye from Season 3, who was like the best villain in the show.
Well, I mean, he was the best villain that Daredevil had besides the Kingpin.
And he's genuinely scary in that show. I don't know if you got to Season 3.
I didn't get to Season 3.
Oh my gosh.
I know the character in the comic books was unhinged and the bane of poor Matt Murdock's existence.
Yeah, everyone's laughing at his costume, but I think when they light it properly, it's going to look fine, just like his black suit in the early seasons of Daredevil.
Fair enough. Everybody laughs when they don't see it on film.
Yeah.
I mean...
Exactly, yeah, when you just see set photos, like, it looks weird.
Not just set photos, but like when you tell somebody, oh yeah, this actor's doing this, like, yeah, okay, yeah, and then they're like, that was the best thing in the world. Yeah, dumbass. Why did you doubt? Oh, she's got Flight of Dragons playing in her head. She's just
such
like,
such a good song.
I'm just waiting for the two of you to
movie
be done
is
with
great.
this argument.
This really isn't an argument. This is a discussion.
Yeah.
But let's actually discuss what we came to discuss about.
Did you say
Canada?
ogre?
Hey.
Did you say ogre? There's an ogre in Flight of Dragons. You want me to tell you about
I
it?
didn't say ogre.
I heard it.
I heard ogre.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He fights Smurgle.
You're supposed to be picking on him, not me. I'm the one that had the idea for your birthday present.
And Peter, who's trapped in Gorbash's body, can't join the fight.
That's right.
Listeners,
it's been a
if
long
you-
ass time since I've seen this movie.
If you've seen Flight of Dragons, the 1980s cartoon movie, let us know.
I'm getting quite the look here from Angie.
Angie's just like,
now she's just,
I
I'm
just
done.
want to talk about the game.
I'm done. I don't even want to be here anymore.
I'm just here to talk about a game that I played, and I'm stuck here
I
listening
can't
to
see
two
your
of
annoyed
you.
face here. There we go, and that's better. So,
I feel like Dragon Tales is more my speed. I've seen that.
Dragon Tales? Do I know this?
It's a PBS cartoon.
No, never seen
No.
it.
Wasn't it? I feel like it was called Dragon Tales.
Like,
It sounds familiar, but
yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it was like these two little kids and these dragons appear and they go on these adventures with them. Pretty sure that's what it's called. We're fixing to find out.
All right. Well, while she finds out, let's talk about.
Wyrmspan.
Yeah. Wait. So I need to know finally what the hell is this Wingspan you've been talking about?
Where I came up with an idea because there's the whole span series. Now,
Well,
right? There's Wingspan.
if you
there's
count
Wyrmspan.
2 as a series, then
Well,
sure.
Jamie has said that like if
Yes, it was Dragon Tales.
okay, that's good
Yes.
to know.
Siblings Emmy and Max discover a magical place called Dragonland where they meet dragons Ord, Cassie, Zack, Wheezy, and the Wise, and Sage, like, I forget what his name is. I don't know how you
It's
say
right
his
there.
name.
Read. Ord, Wheezy, Quetzal.
Quetzal, that's what it was.
I don't know. I like Rick and Morty's take on this with the slut dragons.
The kids The kids and dragons face challenges together. Each episode features dragon tunes perfect for kids at home to sing along.
Wow.
And one of the I believe it's Ord and Cassie they're a two-headed dragon.
Wait, what's the picture?
I'm pretty sure one of
the
them
show?
was. I'm pretty sure one of them was a two-headed dragon.
Oh, I remember that show.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jamie on his lifespan,
On his lifespan, is that the last one we're gonna see?
on his live stream, said that if they were to make another in this series, it would have the span name in the title, so you knew it was based off Wingspan, like the mechanisms and everything.
Right.
So then it hit me one day.
Did it hurt?
No.
Did it hit you like a gust of wind?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of farts in there too.
Did you fall in the grass
So
again?
it's called
and
Wingspan.
break your other foot?
Yes,
Right.
so it's all about breaking the wind, right?
Is it about
Yes,
Is it about
you're
farting?
collecting butts.
You're coming.
Various butts.
Jesus
and
Christ.
the resources are, different
Beans.
gases. Beans,
Yeah.
yeah. Garlic,
Oh, yeah.
Milk, dairy products.
Things that
know?
make you gassy.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have a
And
you should have somebody who's lactose intolerant.
Oh
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. See?
Yeah.
and so
No, that's me. No, won't say it. Never mind.
So Jamie,
and then
Jamie,
you
if
could
you're
team
listening,
up with the dusty hat people, and so you could have the fancy butt and
the dusty bottoms.
yeah, dusty bottoms. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Bo butt.
Bow butt. Bubba bow butt.
So anyways, that's Wingspan.
That's Wingspan. I'd call it Windbreaker.
It's a game of flatulence. I feel like Jamie's not going to go for that.
No, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
I don't know. We'll have to reach out to him. Jamie, we have an idea. It's $1 million idea.
Jamie, you're gonna love.
You're gonna love this one.
You just need to contact him and tell him we need to do another interview. We've got an idea. But I want to be present for that one.
All of our episodes that have the most listeners are the ones of new games. We just lost all of our.
Everybody, we lost everybody. They're like, well, these guys have lost all
These guys
legitimacy.
these guys are idiots.
Are they ever going to talk about Wyrmspan?
So welcome to the Flight of Dragons fan club episode.
Yeah.
No, let's get into Wyrmspan here.
Real quick, I had that on VHS, and my brother and
Me
I watched
too.
it a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
Have you tried watching it now?
Nope.
It's bad.
Well, yeah.
Real bad.
What?
Not even.
It's bad. This
Not
is
even,
bad.
Not even James Earl Jones can save that one.
I
have to say, The Hobbit and Flight of Dragons is what lit the fire in my heart for the love of dragons, and that's why I love D&D and I love dragons. Is because of that.
And you loved Dragonheart?
Yes, actually, I did.
I didn't love that movie, but I did like it because of Sean Connery.
Can we talk about the fucking game now?
Fine, Mom.
Oh my god.
So Wyrmspan is based off the Wingspan series. We have 2 Wingspan episodes out so far, so listen to those if you didn't listen to last week or one from a year ago.
Almost
a year ago.
Almost
exactly.
a year ago.
Because
I think I looked up. I think
it was
May.
Valentine's Day is when we interviewed Jamie, and then
That's
it was shortly after we released the episode. Yeah, it's an engine building game,
Mahomes.
and we're collecting dragons, and you have to feed them with either meat, or you have to provide them with gold or
Jewels.
or milk. if they're hatchling, milk.
Yes,
And
all babies need milk.
now, so the differences between this game and Wingspan, they sound small until you start playing, and you realize how different this game is.
Yeah.
This game does not, like, it looks like a Wingspan game, but once you start playing it, you realize this does not play like Wingspan. Like, you feel the bones.
Yeah,
there.
it's the same concept.
Yeah.
It's just...
But a very different feel.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it's vastly different.
When we're listening to, what was her name?
Carly?
Carly.
iCarly?
No,
Hi, Carly.
oh dear God, I'm gonna punch you.
I'll have to message her again and tell her that we're talking
About her. I hope your ears are burning. No, when Angie was
Burning?
watching that, yeah, because when you talk
Not
about
ringing?
somebody,
They're
your
ringing.
ears are burning when someone talks about
No,
you.
your ears are ringing.
No, burning. That's another one.
Yeah, burning is one.
Burning
too.
is a thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't because I lit the Q-tip to see what was in there. That was a Homer Simpson reference.
stop.
But anyway,
Stop.
so when you were watching her
It's dark
review,
in that cave.
God damn you, motherfucker! When she was watching it, and when I was just kind of fuddling around and listening to it, it sounded a lot more complicated than what it is.
The funny thing is, when he lit the Q-tip and put it in his ear, it just went,
Yeah.
and it went right out.
Yep. And then the smoke came out the other side.
And then we thought, oh, he's thinking again.
No, like yeah, it did seem complicated, but
Hey,
like
guys. But no, the way she talked, it looked like it was complicated, and when we played it tonight, it was very straightforward.
Well, we say this about every Stonemaier game,
see, but I
too,
have to
you know?
say, like having it in front of you is a completely different thing than like watching her kind of explain it. Like
Right.
seeing it in front of you and thinking about it, like literally I put it in front of me and I was remembering what she.
He's trying so hard to get on the table.
I was remembering how she was explaining it, like she went through like a turn in each category and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, like it makes sense once you're looking at it and you like have the stuff in front of you. Because like she did really thoroughly explain how each aspect of it worked.
So the one thing that we did talk about was the back of the player mat, which you don't ever really see anyway. It's just not as aesthetically pleasing as Wingspan.
Which is funny because, like, again, you don't see it
You
or
don't
anything.
see it, no.
Like, it doesn't matter, but then it kind of does. Because, like, in Wingspan, last week, we had Carrie and Tom, who are brand new to Wingspan.
That's right.
And I handed them their player mat, and it looks like a leather-bound journal. It's like, here you go. And they took it, and they're like, what is this? And then they're like, oh, it opens up. Cool. And
then this one is like, here's your board. Oh, it's
it's just a paint. It's a very pretty painting, but it's just a painting, and it says player mat on it. It's
And
like,
there's two little dragons in the corner.
Yeah.
So when you handed it to me, all I read was Matt. I was like, I'm not Matt.
here you go, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. Like, what? I'm not Matt. Hi. Happy.
Sad.
Cheesesteak.
The cheese. I said cheese.
The front of the mat, the one that you actually
Happy.
God damn it. What you actually see as your player board it's nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's very pretty. I really can't compare the two mats at all. I can't. Shut the fuck up. I can't compare the Wingspan because you've got so many different things going on. With Wingspan, it's all about birds. It's all about, all the habitats. And this is, you're going through three fucking caves.
Mm-hmm.
But they're
I
really
feel like-
well done. The art on it looks really great.
I feel like Wingspan would be much more fun if you had to build the nests too. Like if it followed more like the Wyrmspan aspect of it, where you had to actually build the nest to put your bird down.
Yeah, so that's an interesting part of the game, is that before you can play a dragon card, you need to make sure there's space in your cave, because you only have the mouth of the cave open.
Right.
And you have to dig deeper, you have to excavate into the cave to get more dragons in, which is such a cool idea.
Well, yeah, like at first, when you first said it, before we even got the copy, I was like, oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And then when you play it, when you open it up, you put down a new cave card to signify that it is open. I have excavated this. I can use this now. And it gives you so much, well, not so much, but it gives you new options, new things to do. Like I lay down, hey, I'm going to put this down as my cave card. And now I'm going to get to reap this benefit just by laying the card down.
Yeah.
Which is really neat because a lot of that stuff is going to give you a huge leg up on the other players. And again, this isn't a competitive game.
Well, it is.
But you can, I mean,
you don't, directly.
It's not a direct
influence other
competitive,
people.
but you can take it that way. I mean, I was taking it as competitive right from the start.
Well, yeah, that's not a surprise.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's not a surprise. I don't know how to say it any differently.
I mean, I wanted to win.
Yeah, and what
We all
happened there,
wanted to
PJ?
win.
I didn't win.
I actually came in last.
I know. This is
yeah.
weird.
But it's because you two took those two.
Yeah.
Those two things on the Dragon Guild thing before I could get there.
Which is another
Because,
new
like,
addition
because
to
at that
the
point
game.
I'm like, okay, this is pointless. I'm not even going to bother trying to do this.
Yeah.
'Cause
So another new addition to the game is there's a Dragon Guild. There are 4 different guilds. You only use one of them whenever you play. Mm-hmm. The other 3 just stay in the box. And as you activate dragons, you can activate a space on the Dragon Guild, which sends you around this like circular path, and you get all these bonuses. And if you hit like the 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock spot on the circular path, you get to pick a bonus that the guild will give you. And Dan and I were lucky enough that we got to it first, and we blocked Angie out of it.
Sorry.
There was one where you got a point for every resource that a dragon cost.
Right.
So if a dragon had, if you needed 3 resources to pay for Dragon X, then you got 3 points from just that dragon. So when we had like 15 dragon, or not 15, when we had like 8 dragons on our thing.
At the end of the game, we both had 9 dragons.
9 dragons, was it?
I think we all had 9 dragons. 'Cause
And
I think
so-
we all had.
okay.
Yeah, because
we
I
all
kept
had 3 open.
And then we
open
pulled,
spaces.
I
and
kept
Dan,
counting
you and I
everybody else.
pulled in like 20 some odd points from those
right just
dragons.
from that. Yeah, I got 20. You had like 21.
Yeah.
Like you just beat me.
Yeah, so that was really cool. The other thing that's different is in Wingspan, you get 8 action cubes. Mm-hmm. And what happens is you put the action cube in the first empty space on a row, and then it works its way back across all the birds you've played to its starting location. And here, you just get 6 coins. And that's it. You always have 6 coins. It doesn't like go up or down. Well, it can go up if you get certain bonuses. But
Right.
usually it's just those 6 coins.
Yeah, and we talked about this while playing the game. It's really it's really cool to see that game change in this one, because you always know you're going to have at least 6 opportunities to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
And each round, you're not going to go, oh, well, that's diminished. I now have to think smarter. Now it's just, oh, well, now I can plot out something a little more attainable.
It simplifies your strategy.
Yeah, it simplifies
Your
it.
strategy.
You know you're not going to get screwed, or, I mean, you probably will screw yourself over if you do something
Like
stupid.
PJ thought he did 5 times and then realized that he didn't.
I was very self-conscious about ruining my own gains this turn, or this time around.
But you came in second.
I did. By 4 points. 4 points!
Mwah, ha, 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 ha.
What did I have?
76, right? So you
beat me by 4.
by 4, yeah. Everyone was 4 points away from the next person.
Yeah.
Dane, would you like a fun fact about dragons?
No, but
Do you know why they sleep on a bed of gold?
I don't know.
I learned this fact from Flight of Dragons, so
Oh,
you
Jesus
actually
fucking
know it
Christ.
somewhere.
I probably do,
in
and I
that
just can't
cranium
remember.
of yours.
Go ahead.
It's because they need to sleep on a bed, and they can't just sleep on straw because they'll ignite it. And gold is the softest metal.
But they would melt it.
Not according to Flight of Dragons.
That's not what
Obviously,
we're talking
their
about here.
fire isn't strong enough, hot enough to melt it.
If it's hot enough to burn a person to a crisp.
Do you remember why they breathe fire when they're flying?
I don't remember.
Because they're essentially like
Hot air
blimps.
balloons.
Yeah. And so they have to release the gas to drop back down to the ground.
I mean,
It makes sense.
Humans have the same thing. We just expel it from the other end.
We don't float from it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think I'm going to.
Toby is here for his review.
The cat has joined us.
He's not happy. He's not happy. He's like, fuck off, I'm done.
We're still not friends.
Apparently.
Yeah, their
he
lovers'
keeps
quarrel
trying, but
their lovers' quarrel is just going.
As soon as I reciprocate, we're just fine. So whatever.
Yeah, it happens. I'm sorry.
It's fine. He's just a cat.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Ouch. Did you hear that, Toby?
No, he's too busy looking at
My
himself.
character threatened a cat in our D&D podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was convinced that this woman who was just like an apothecary was a witch. And she had a cat, familiar with her. And so my character is not happy about any of this, about talking to this woman. And so I'm like, I grab him by the shoulders and I bring him up to my face. I say, I have always been a dog person.
Wait, is this the character that you've been playing who is utterly stupid?
All my characters are utterly stupid, even if they have high intelligence scores, because I roll so bad that they just turn into idiots. He's actually a pretty smart guy.
It's book smarts though, right? No street smarts.
His name is Hugh G. Normus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus. So in a locked room, there's a man hanging from the ceiling, and there is no other object around him.
I think we've done this one.
I don't know if you did or not.
Hold on.
Yes, we have done this one. He's
you?
hanging because he put a block of ice. He hung himself with the block of ice, and it melted.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we haven't done this one. That's just an old frickin' riddle.
No, we did this one.
No, we've never done that one.
Totally did this one. Okay, so I have
That's
the dark
just
story.
an old riddle.
I have.
Do you remember the Britannic video?
Oh God,
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yes.
Old man Jenkins is hanging from a roof. There's a puddle underneath him. How did he die? Did you just kill a man?
So here is the dark story for this week. It is called A Remarkably Familiar Voice.
Mom?
As the coffin is being lowered into the grave at a man's funeral,
Oh my.
the attendees begin to hear the dead man screaming and banging on the coffin lid. Yes, exactly. However, they do not lift the lid or open it.
There's a tape recorder. He has a twin.
I'm going to say yes to one of those, but I will not tell you which one.
Yeah, there's a tape recorder.
It's a tape recorder.
There's a tape recorder. During his last will and testament, he asked for a tape recorder to be put in the coffin.
No, but pretty close already.
Oh, son of a nutcracker. Do I win?
No.
Dang it.
We'll let you... We'll get back to this in a little bit.
His family decided to put practical joke on everyone and put a tape recorder in there.
You're half right. But again, not going to tell you
Not his family. Someone else put it.
Right. So,
Ha!
we're not done.
What?
No.
You said I'm right.
Yeah, but you didn't fully solve it.
Why'd you say I was right?
To fuck with your emotions.
This is horrible. I don't do this one. You know what? Next time I read a dark story.
Are you going to be an ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is happening.
Okay, so
Been stabbed in the
Wyrmspan.
back and in the heart.
Did I hit you in the front of
I
my...
just don't know how to feel anymore.
Oh, the front of my face.
This is not why I started this. I had things I wanted to say about this game, and now
I'm sorry.
He
Wait,
ripped out his skull and beat him to death with it.
hold on. Beat him to death with his own skull? That doesn't seem physically possible.
That's exactly what Jimmy kept screaming.
This doesn't seem physically possible.
Way to go.
Okay, so, Wyrmspan, there are a lot of differences left to talk about.
So Wyrmspan.
Yes.
Anyway, we do have some different components on this one. This
I
one...
was going to segue into components too.
I know.
Holy
Well, we
shit.
kind of already started that with the player mat.
It's like that's the next segment in our show.
I know. What the fuck?
He already started it with the freaking player mats.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you two.
Took our jobs. I'm going to make you spit this out. All right. So you got the upgraded package here on this,
But
as always.
I made sure for the sake of the review to show you the standard components.
So the standard
so we
components-
could comment on them.
The standard components are, I mean, they're great.
Yeah.
As
I
is.
love it. Like, if you've ever played Wingspan, you know what the food resources look like. There's circular tokens.
Yep.
This has the same exact things for the food and resources. And for the dragon coins, your activation tokens, they are thicker and like holographic.
But they're metallic looking.
Yeah. They're really cool. I really like that.
Yeah.
If you would have shown me that first, I'd be like, that's awesome!
Right? Yeah.
But you like came out swinging with
metal coins,
which we
wooden
love.
bits, yeah.
And the metal coins are, the detail on them are fantastic.
So if we get this and we can't get the metal coins, we at least still have the metal coins from Dino Island that he doesn't have.
That's right.
So the really neat thing about if you get the upgraded tokens is a lot of the dragons and abilities where it says like get a random resource or exchange any wild resources. With the upgraded things, you can just say any of the wooden pieces, where a lot of people are confused. They think like the metal coins, the coins are a resource, but they're not. The dragon coins are different from the food, milk, jewels, and gold. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of neat that you can differentiate with the upgraded tokens. Like anything made of wood is called a resource, and it's not the same as a coin.
Right.
Honestly, you don't need the upgraded tokens for this.
No, not at all.
You really don't.
But if you like the aesthetic and the way
if you like the aesthetic, like board gaming is a tactile hobby. It's a tactile thing. So like if you really like this game, then probably think about in the future getting it. But if you're not sure if you're going to like this game or not, don't get it right now because you don't need it. Just buy the game, play it. If you like it, then go for the upgraded tokens.
Right, exactly.
They're not going anywhere. They're always going to be on the store.
And that's how I feel about a lot of games that we play.
Yeah.
That have that upgraded ability.
And that's one nice thing about Stonemaier is like they will always be in the store. They're not going to... It's not a...
You have
exclusive,
to get
a time offered exclusive or anything like
our Dino Island coins that were a Kickstarter exclusive.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm sorry that it's a Kickstarter exclusive, but I'm
happy for you. You can try and make me feel salty. I'm happy for you guys.
Well, I can't take too much salt.
I got you hooked into the hobby here.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
So, one of us.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be sitting here talking to yourself about this.
Exactly.
And
who needs that?
Then who would you make fun of?
What's the thing before
Probably
you guys came along, there was a strong chance that this podcast wasn't going to make it more than a couple months or a couple weeks because there just wasn't anyone. It was a struggle to get those early episodes out because there wasn't anyone to play it with.
Anyway,
back to components. So the cards on these.
The art on them is fantastic.
The art is incredible. And we didn't see it while we played the game, but we did find the Easter egg.
Yes, Biddy. Good old Biddy.
I found Biddy.
Yep. Let's give credit where credit is due. The game is not designed by Jamie Stegmaier. It's not even designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, who made Wingspan. It's designed by Connie Vogelman, who made Apiary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And the art is done by Clementine Kempardu.
I know that name.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever seen... Well, I don't know. I'd have to look up what other games she made to see if we've seen her artwork before.
Oh, it says it was developed by Elizabeth Hargrave.
Yeah, she offered a lot of input into the game from what Jamie said.
I mean, that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
if they were trying to kind of...
work off of the same
take certain
system.
aspects of Wingspan and just turn it into something a little bit different.
Right. What's really cool about this is unlike Wingspan where you only have your bird cards to play, you have those cave cards as well. And we did talk about how you lay them down, you get these perks that, things that you wouldn't normally get in something like Wingspan.
So to compare it to Wingspan, your cave, like when you lay your cave card, laying your cave cards is the equivalent of laying a bird. Like you have to pay something to, like you have to pay an egg or whatever to lay this cave card. And then when you put down your dragon, you only have to put down what your dragon
costs.
Eats, what it costs.
What it costs.
What resources your dragon requires to be placed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very aptly put.
Thank you.
I like that.
The way that you travel in this, I think, is a lot more...
I
can't say it makes more sense, but it's more of what we're akin to here in the West. Like, when you
working right to left as opposed to left to right.
Right.
But it also doesn't make sense because you're working left to right, and then your explorer's at the end of your cave, but somehow he gets all the way back out, but he doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean,
well,
it's
he's just he's the way they explain it is just he's just exploring into the cave. He's splunking in to as far as they excavated, and then he's
coming back.
Hey guys, look what I found! Look what I got! I can't carry anymore.
Now that would be neat if, like, in an expansion they have like Libertalia rules where like you get a bonus going left to right, and then another one going right to left.
Right.
Now that would be pretty cool. Pick up something that you didn't see on the way in.
Yeah,
that would be pretty neat.
Or like you unearth something like in the wall, like you see something shiny in the wall, and it's like a piece of gold, so you get a piece of gold,
you get an extra piece. That would be pretty cool.
Something like that, yeah.
But as it works right now, I think it works really well.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I must say, I do kind of like it more than Wingspan.
Yeah. Let's talk about what works, like any particular addition or mechanism in this game that just really shines.
Yeah, the coins.
The use of the coins.
Just the use of the coins and how you use that to
And your little player cubes are what you put on your Dragon Guild to
for scoring.
For your scoring.
Right, for scoring.
Your, whatever.
Just all in general scoring. I think that's brilliant. It works a lot easier than Wingspan. I think there is a cat who you're annoying the hell out of right now.
No, he loves it. Look at him.
Oh,
if I did that to him, he'd hit me in the face.
He's starting to get annoyed. Yeah, look at that face. He's like, seriously, dude?
No, I like the aspect where you have to, like, you get that very first part of your cave. Like, you get that for free. And then you have to excavate to get more space to put your dragons. But then, like, in your first excavated space, you don't have to pay anything to put your dragon. Like, you don't have to pay an egg to put your dragon there.
Right.
You just pay what you need for your dragon.
So they hear the dead man screaming and banging on the coffin lid. However, they do not lift the lid or open it.
Yeah, because they know. They know he's not. It's like a recording or it. Is
there something in the hole that they've dug to put him in?
No. I mean,
okay.
Being put.
So
in
let's do that.
He's being lowered into the burial site.
Right, which, I mean, I'm not fucking stupid, Daniel. I grew up with a goddamn funeral director as an uncle. Like, I know how this shit works.
I never said
like, you dig a hole and you have the thing that lowers the coffin in. Like, I'm saying
he was damned by God is incredible.
It is. I mean, most people are still trying to figure out if he exists.
Right?
Very clairvoyant. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right, so let's do this traditionally. Is he actually dead?
Yes, he's dead.
Is he in the coffin?
Oh, yes.
Do people know there's a tape recorder in the coffin?
Not everybody.
Is it his best friend?
No.
Is it a family member?
It is a family member.
Who planted the tape recorder in there?
Or nobody planted a tape recorder anywhere.
A family member is making the sounds?
No. So, I mean, it is recorded, yes, but nobody planted a tape recorder anywhere.
So someone is just playing a recorded thing.
Is it his wife?
No.
Is it his brother?
Does it matter who it is?
Not really.
So a family member is playing the sounds as he's being lowered?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So, all right.
What the heck? I said
this was
how is that different from earlier?
I just wanted to fuck with you.
I hate you.
So this man was seriously ill. He knew he was going to die soon. So he decided... It was just funny because this is shit that I've thought of already. No.
Just read the fucking solution.
He decided to make a recording of himself pretending to be trapped in the coffin to play one last joke on everybody at the burial. He handed the recording over to his sons, who played it over the PA system as the coffin was being lowered in.
What kind of cemetery has a PA system? Let me just ask that.
Well, I mean, sometimes if you want like taps to be played, but you don't have somebody to play taps, yes, they.
You mean like an Acor boy?
Yes, if you don't have one of us.
Anyway, Wingspan, Wyrmspan.
Is there a Dan who could approach the chapel, please? Is there a Dan in attendance?
But that also includes a loudspeaker.
We just put this loudspeaker in the graveyard to make announcements. This person is dead. Please do not bother him anymore. Thank you.
Mr. Smith, could you please report to the church you have not paid your dues? Get it, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. All right.
Anything that doesn't work.
So I have to agree with Carly on this. It stinks that you cover up the beautiful art on those cave cards.
Oh yeah, those.
That
cards,
was her one big beef, and
those
I'm like, after seeing it,
really cool.
After seeing it, I 1000% agree. Like, I mean, you could kind of see it in her video, but like when you see it in person, like, because it's like a silhouette type thing. Like it's not, it's not like
super. It's not detailed.
It's not super detailed, but it's still beautiful, and the colors and all of that. Like, yeah.
Oh, so one thing that I forgot to mention that this one did really work for me. Going back real fast, on those cards, one of the big things that you can play with on the cards is the temperament of the dragons.
Oh yeah.
So if they're playful, if they're helpful, if they're shy, if they're aggressive, and every one of those gives you a little band, and they're all color coded. So that's really great if you're at a distance from the pool.
Right.
The card pool, and you're just like, you know what? I've got a thing here. One of my goals is to get this whole row with nothing but non-aggressive dragons. You can look in that card pool and go, oh, that's red. That's aggressive. I don't want that.
Yeah. Apparently they did a lot of testing to make sure the colors were colorblind friendly too.
So that's great.
Yeah.
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 So that is something that I completely forgot that is a huge plus.
Right, and we had 2 end of round things that were like have the most of this type.
Right, have have the
Yeah.
most. What was it?
Shy. And
It was shy and playful.
Right, and I got the shy one.
You got the shy, I got the playful.
Yeah,
Because I had one and you guys had none because
we didn't have any.
Because I looked at the things before I picked my dragons and my cave cards.
Well, so I did with the shy. I was like, oh, I'm taking those, but I didn't get a playful one until like the 3rd round.
Yeah.
So that's something else that a lot of this is luck. A lot of this, with the drawing of the cards, and that's neither a yay or nay for me. That's just the nature of these games.
Yeah.
I wish there was more ways to get like extra coins though. Instead of I feel like there probably is, we just might not have found it.
Or just more ways to, like, my big thing was there were so many different ways to get things in Wingspan. Like laying eggs, you could get so many more eggs in Wingspan, I felt. Where it was very hard to get any eggs for me. I was always in need of eggs.
But if you think about it, a lot of the objectives for your end of round in Wingspan have eggs in this nest. Yeah, have the most eggs in.
True.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't count that much. Now maybe those round goals are different because we did randomized, and we only got so many. So maybe there is a goal of that. Have the most amount of eggs, but those eggs really don't come into play until the end of the entire game.
Yeah,
and it gives you all that time to build up those eggs. But the one thing that is a bit of a pain in the butt, and this isn't a con at all. This isn't gameplay bad. This is like
it's more nitpick.
Yeah, and it's the way that the game is designed, and I can't fault it because it works. And it's the deeper you get into the cave, the more you excavate. You now have to start paying eggs.
Yeah.
To make those is like, damn.
Your eggs are they're more like a resource.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas in Wingspan it was something you wanted to collect.
Yeah.
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 My only thing, like, I wouldn't even say it's a con. It's just a key difference between Wingspan and Wyrmspan. And I kind of like it more in Wingspan is when you put that action cube on the far right and it works its way back, and it's like, I get this, and then this activates, and that activates, and that activates, and that activates, and like this chain of events that happens. You can get that going in Wyrmspan sometimes.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, if
it's
I would
not as frequent. Though.
If I would have explored the top cave, well, I did.
Yeah.
In that last round,
Yeah.
like I had my entire cave
like in
excavated.
Wyrmspan, it's usually one of your caves you can really do that. But in Wingspan, every single row, you have cards in every row, so every single row, when you put that cube down, it's gonna do that chain reaction on its way back. So it happens more frequently in Wingspan, and I just love that feeling that it gives you. Mm-hmm. And I wish that happened more in Wyrmspan for me.
See, I didn't mind that at all with this, because...
But again, it's...
Every time you went exploring, every time you went spelunking, you still got that same progression.
Yeah.
But it wasn't backwards, it was you move forwards.
Right.
And again, that's a lot of that has to do with how we think Western versus how you think Eastern. Eastern, everything is, right to left, and Western is left to right. So I think what your biggest thing is how everything cascades.
Well, no, it's more that because like to select the explore option, you have to pick like what row, like you have to pick explore.
Right.
Where for Wingspan, doesn't matter what ability you pick, it's still going to happen.
Right.
Like if you gain food, that chain reaction is going to happen. If you draw a card, that chain reaction is going to happen. If you lay eggs, that it's going to happen. So that's more what I was saying about it.
Okay, all right, I get it.
So yeah, that's literally the only thing. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's just a reason to play Wingspan then. Really, because again, these games don't feel the same, and that's one of the reasons why that they don't feel the same. And so I'm happy to own both because they generate different ways of thinking and different feelings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not really a negative. It's just like if it would have had that, it kind of would have made Wingspan moot.
Toby,
definitely.
Do you prefer Wingspan or Wyrmspan? Or do you just prefer the cushion?
Toby's just like, give me the wings. I want to eat them birds.
I think he may prefer the cushion.
So when it comes to it now...
He prefers...
So I like both of these games. But to be honest, I think I like this one more. This one engages me a lot more. Mm-hmm. Wingspan is a great game to sit down and go on autopilot and relax and be zen. This is a great game to... for me at least, really start thinking and make up strategies and go, ooh, I can do this. If I do that,
it's a brain burner. Yeah.
This one definitely had me more engaged than Wingspan ever has. Yeah. And I still like Wingspan.
Mm-hmm. I think you put it nicely, especially last week too, where like Wingspan is a calm game where you can chat around the game and everything. This game, it's not super complex. It just adds one tiny little layer more, and it's just enough that you're more focused on the game than the conversation around the game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good... Yeah, it was a good observation you had.
Oh, thank you. Oh, to take me back to my childhood.
That's right. I kind of want to watch it again. Last time I tried, I couldn't get through the whole thing.
maybe this will be something that we do outside of games.
Oh, that could be like a live stream watch party or something, have the listeners join in. We just watch the movie together. And
hey guys, if you're interested in that, go ahead and feel free to let us know.
That'd be so great.
Find us on all of our social media pages.
You remember the scene where they're like the big rats or whatever, and they make the high pitched noises, and they all have to cover. Yeah. They cover their ears, and they're screaming in pain around a campfire.
Yep.
So where are we at with Wyrmspan now?
I think we're pretty much coming to the end.
This game is awesome.
It is awesome.
This game is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I can't lie. Like when he announced it, I'm like, that sounds kind of weird and not interesting. But then, like, you play it and you're like, holy fuck, that was great. Let's do it
really
again.
Good, yeah.
And that's the thing. This isn't one of those like cutthroat games where you're like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass this time. This is like. Again, it's still relaxing, it's still peaceful, but it keeps you more engaged with
it's that multiplayer solo game,
right. Right.
You're doing your own little thing on your own mat, you barely interact with anyone else, which again, some people are not gonna like. A lot of people, they want that interaction, they want that confrontation. This game does not have that.
No.
I mean, I do have to say, it is kind of relaxing too, like Wingspan. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's very chill, like just...
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this fire-breathing dragon here. Let's go.
Oh, look, he's a shy dragon. It's okay.
Oh no, you put him with an aggressive dragon.
Oh, yeah, no, go.
I do want to say about the solo mode of the game. It's been a while since we've talked solo modes in games.
How low is it, PJ?
Solo. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Isa solo.
Sorry, now we just need someone to be Salacious Crumb.
I feel like this wouldn't be.
You can do it. Go ahead, PJ. I know you can do it. Salacious Crumb, you can do it.
Is that the little gremlin guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, that was creepy.
So the solo mode is super easy to learn, like incredibly easy to learn, and very fast to play. All you do is you flip a card, and it usually says like, do you put a dragon coin on the round objective or not? And then you move the AI tracker around the guild track. That's it. Then you move on to your thing.
Wow.
Yeah. If the AI hits a brown space or goes over it,
It's a brown note. Sorry.
then they get to put a marker down. They take one of those spots on the guild space.
Oh, cool.
And that's it. Like, the solo mode is so fast. Like, you just flip a card, you move the tracker, and then you get to do your turn again. And then you flip another card and do the thing again.
I feel like even
And
the game we
it's-
played was super fast, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It felt pretty quick.
Yeah. So, if you're a solo gamer out there, like, this game it's one of the cleanest solo modes I've seen from Automa Factory. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's Wyrmspan, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a really good game.
I feel like this is a highly recommend for us after all.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a Stonemeyer game.
It's a Stonemeyer game, yeah. You
We-
can't go wrong.
We click with Stonemeyer games. Like, we haven't had a bad review for a Stonemeyer game yet.
Well, you only had that one bad review.
We've only had the one, yeah.
So for those of you who have forgotten, since our last episode, it was PJ's birthday this week. We did get him some pretty fun games that we can't wait to play.
Yeah.
But there is one game that I was this close to buying for you. It was Skyrim, the fucking board game.
yeah.
And yes, that's the title, the fucking board game.
Surprised they were allowed to print that on the box.
No, it's just, yeah, whatever. But I saw that, I was like, but we have Frosthaven to do.
Yeah.
There was another one I wanted to get you as well, and I was like, maybe next time.
The Jurassic Park
The
one?
Jurassic Park game. Injin versus the Raptors.
Oh, Unmatched.
Yes, Unmatched.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. I saw that, I was like, but it's not that expensive either.
The Unmatched games look like a lot of fun.
It does. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
But I think we got the better.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, so we got Smash Up expansion, Cthulhu,
Yes.
Yeah.
and Booty Call.
Sorry, Angie saw that. I was like, okay, we
that
can't
looks
pass this up.
No, I looked at it
Amazing.
like, no, we need this.
That looks
I didn't even
amazing.
honestly look at the back of the box before I decided that we needed it. I just, yeah. I think it might actually go along well with Wingspan.
It would. It would also go well with Butts in Space.
It would.
Yeah.
In space, no one can hear you.
So
break.
maybe when we review that, we'll have to play like Butts in Space again.
I think so.
Oh,
We'll have
yeah.
to do a.
Butt-centric
But the butts.
episode.
It's all about that ass.
So, I don't know if you're a crossword person or not, but it's amazing how many times the clue comes up of obsessive person's like, I forget what the clue is, but it's something like how you would describe an obsessive person.
OCD.
No. 4 letters.
Anal.
Yeah. The number of times I've had to write anal on a piece of paper. And, ever since I've gotten into crosswords.
Wow, PJ, I think you
Is-
have an anal fixation.
Who's
I
the
don't
y'all?
these people making crossword puzzles do.
No, you just say it like they do in Employee of the Month when they draw on.
I haven't seen that
Dax-
movie since college.
When they draw on Dax Shepard's face, and he has a little thought bubble that says "I love anal," and
Yeah,
what's his face? I forget what his his bagger dude. I forget what his name was in the movie, but he's like, "Who's a null?"
There's the big like clerk guy, but he talks like this, and he's the huge guy.
Oh god, now I want to watch that movie. So
I haven't
bad.
seen that movie in so long.
I haven't either.
Ooh, oh my god, it's been.
I'm 1000% sure I own it on DVD, but
I used to. I'm sure I still do somewhere.
I don't know where it is though.
It's been
that was such a
like
good movie.
12, 13 years
Aside from Jessica Simpson,
since we've seen that. Maybe closer to 15.
I think we're going on a huge tangent again.
What are we gonna play next week?
Next week, I know you two want to do the expansions to Raiders of the North Sea.
I feel like we need to get my Princess Bride game in there too.
We do.
Yeah.
So maybe we should have our listeners vote.
Oh, first, speaking of Princess Bride, I want a moment of silence.
As you wish.
Thank you. So, Prospero Hall, game designer who made amazing games that were sold at Target, like Goonies, Princess Bride, anything IP based, the Back to the Future game that we played.
Oh, yeah.
Any of those Funko games, because they're owned by Funko.
Mm-hmm.
Funko can't manage their company, and they're bleeding money everywhere.
Oh no! Don't tell me they cut them.
The team of a huge, like in terms of board games, they had like 30 people on the team. That's a huge.
That's
team.
huge for wow.
Where usually board game team is 3 people, or something like that. So Prospero Hall, all of those games that were developed were sold to another game company called Goliath. We don't know yet what happened to the developers. Hopefully, maybe Goliath hired them on.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I hope so. But as of right now, I have no idea what's going on with them. I tried. I haven't researched a whole lot, but by next episode, I'm hoping to have some news about that because they're really good company.
Yeah, they are. That is a shame.
Yeah. So.
Way to go to bring us out on a downer, PJ. Holy shit.
Sorry.
I didn't think your name was Dan. Well, I think that wraps us up for tonight.
Thanks for listening to us talk about random things. And
that's right.
I've been told that that's what a lot of people enjoy.
That's what makes the podcast.
That's what makes it
not
so
just
special.
me, according to Terrell. Oh my
God damn it!
Yes.
I swear to fucking God.
That's right.
If I have this running through my head tonight while I sleep, I'm gonna fucking punch you. I'm gonna. Shut up!
Good Lord, turn it off. No, I just want to do a final shout out to Carly at Board Game Buzz. Thanks for your video because it was awesome. It kind of helped me a little bit here today playing this game for the first time.
I'll have to find you and follow you on our Instagram page.
Yeah, I did tell her today that we had and she I commented on something and I like it today and I told her like I told you
cool. Yeah.
that we gave her a shout out last week so she listened and stuff. So yeah,
it's a shout out.
Yeah,
Kevin and Ralph.
She's really excited about that.
I don't think we should finish.
No.
I mean, come on, we've been more vulgar before, but let's just that's the thing.
I also appreciate that she messages back right away. So love you, Carly. You're the best. God, sorry if we offend you with our language too. I guess I didn't warn you about that. I apologize.
No,
in
but
advance.
I will say PJ just ruined this. Thanks.
But she did say that she loved it, so I'm gonna assume that she was not offended.
Oh, she did say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's a plus.
She loved it, so
it's always good.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. Hopefully someday we can meet her at Gen Con because I know she.
I really want to go to either Gen Con or Origins because they're both near-ish by. One's in Indiana, the other's in Ohio. So
Ohio.
And then there's PAX East, which is in Philly.
That's right.
Which is definitely or PAX Unplugged, I should say.
And that's yeah.
We need to plan a trip. I got 3 weeks of vacation, so
I don't. But
one last announcement before we sign off. Wellhouse Exorcism folks out there. We will be in Wilkes-Barre at a dinner show. Steve Gonzalez from Taps.
Oh,
he's doing a dinner presentation called My Life with Ghosts.
Very cool.
And
He's
so
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I used to watch that show all the time.
right?
Yeah.
And he seems like a pretty legit guy. Like we,
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, some of the others not fans of, and what they did.
Zach.
What
What's
they
his
did
name?
to the Ghost Hunters show. Well, Zach
Yeah.
Baggins. He's different show. He's horrible. Zach Baggins. That's how he talks. I walked into the room,
I'm sorry.
and there it was.
All I could think of
A
is
shadow figure.
Team America.
Matt Damon. So, but yeah, so he's presenting. We bought tickets. So if you want to bump into us there, Shanna and I will be there.
Yeah, and he's like I said, he's a cool dude. Like
Yeah.
he was a big part of that show. Like he,
Oh, yeah.
he was
Oh,
big
yeah.
in making it what it was for sure.
He did 2 documentaries so far about this haunted house, and it's called The House Between. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Nothing like, and something that makes me feel like it's legit is nothing really happens in either documentary. You know, it's like, you know, 4 hours of my life gone, and all I've seen is this ball bounce down the stairs.
Well, it's like
Holy shit, there goes the ball!
That was Timmy. Timmy, get your fucking ball.
well, it's like and even some of the Ghost Hunter shows, like they really didn't find anything, but they
Yeah.
still found a way to make it interesting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if it was with their own fuckery.
And that's, yeah, and those early episodes, we're getting way off talking, but those early episodes is when you know they were legit, because there'd be a whole hour-long episode where nothing happened,
Yeah.
and they'd just be like, "We just didn't find anything, it's not haunted." You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
They weren't upset about it. They
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
Like,
Didn't have to fake evidence for ratings.
right.
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
You're sitting in a chair.
Usually it's
You just,
banging
like,
something off the,
triumphed the
pole,
table
or
here.
my knee off the table.
at least it's not the ding. And then fighting with the fucking carpet with his chair. He hasn't done that for a while, actually. I'm kind of sad
I've
about
been
that.
staying away from the carpet because we've been having a fight.
Kind of like me and Toby.
That's right.
You're not friends anymore.
Yeah, well, it's a bitch. The carpet's a bitch.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
So sorry.
Email us at gamesoboard@gmail.com and hit us up at gamesoverboard.com. There's a contact page there where you can message us. There's also links to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Let us
Wait,
know what you want
wait.
us to play next week.
Yeah,
I thought it was called X.
I refuse. What is his fascination with X?
I have
Why
no
is
idea.
everything X? I don't understand.
This is Dr. X.
PayPal was originally X, and they couldn't get it off the ground, so he sold it to some guy, and he made it PayPal. Anyways, so hit us up on gamesoverboard.com. Find us on Facebook. Have a great week, everyone.
Dr. Tran. Wait a second. This isn't Flight of the Dragons.
Oh my god.